Jason Stark, he had this graphic. I don't know if this was MLB Network or what, but he did the Hall of Fame highway. And he said, in right now, Mike Trout, Justin Verlander, Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer, Miguel Cabrera, Zach Greinke, Joey Votto. In the red zone, Freddie Freeman, Bryce Harper, Nolan Arenado, Mookie Betts, Manny Machado, Paul Goldschmidt. On a path, Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, Jose Altuve, Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna Jr., Garrett Cole. And then get back to me in 5 years, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Wander Franco.
Mickey Moniak.
And Mickey Moniak. Are there any players missing from this?
I will say that the way he divided that up on first listen sounds pretty strong. I would have to think about if there's anybody missing outright, but that feels like the right grouping of people. Like I'm not.
To me, I don't think that Aaron Judge and Mookie Betts should be in different tiers. And if they are in different tiers, I think Aaron Judge is ahead of Mookie Betts
I disagree.
on a Hall of Fame. I don't know.
I disagree. I think you might be underrating Mookie's place among outfielders at his age all time, because he's got a pretty decent bulk edge over Judge at this point at a similar age.
That's just Jared turning on a former Red Sox player. We've seen it before.
No, I without looking, I would imagine their wins of a replacement are comparable.
No, I think Betts has got him beat. I'm going to look it up.
By how much?
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, good sir. Let's see. Batter comparison. Let's just pull them up both together. What do we see?
Mookie Betts right now.
So Betts has 57.9 to 38.9 according to Baseball Reference. So nearly a 20 WAR gap. That is obviously
in favor of
by
Mookie.
The fact that, in favor of Mookie, and that is impacted by the fact, of course, that Mookie has played almost 400 more games and has almost 2,000 more plate appearances.
Yeah. So he's a compiler, is what you're saying.
Well, Mookie Betts got into baseball in his age 21. Judge didn't get in until age 24. And that really matters in terms of Hall of Fame accumulation. I think Mookie Betts, I would be very surprised if he was not a Hall of Famer. That's where I'm at with him.
Oh, I'm not saying Mookie's not going to be. I just said I don't know that they should be in different tiers.
I think Judge's Hall of Fame case is going to be heavily predicated on how much are you valuing peak performance, because he's very, very unlikely to get quantity performance Hall of Fame, I think.
Maybe. I mean, they're both going to have the chance because they both have contracts until they're 58 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they're going to be around. I'm seeing a lot of black ink on this Aaron Judge page. Mookie's got some black ink, but it's been a while. His last real standout black ink season was his MVP season in 2018, which was not yesterday.
Sure, but he finished 5th in the MVP last season.
They should be in the same tier, in my personal opinion. I don't know that anyone's missing, though.
Is Goldschmidt on there?
Goldschmidt's in the red zone. In the red zone with Nolan.
That feels right.
Joey Votto is in, according to Jason Stark. Zach Greinke in.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess actually, I have two guys that I was surprised to not hear, and I think I did not hear them.
Who?
I didn't hear Jose Ramirez, and I did not hear Francisco Lindor. And
you did not?
Yeah, I think that's a little bit surprising, given some of the names that we got into.
Would you have?
I don't think either one of them is going to be a Hall of Famer. I think Jose Ramirez is at least a get back to me situation because he's at 41 through his age. He was basically at 40 wins above replacement through age 29 and coming off a stretch where he's been an MVP caliber player in like 5 of the previous 6 seasons. So I think I would have included him. I mean, listen, by wins above replacement, he is currently ahead of Aaron Judge. So while that's not the end all be all, and Judge has got hardware and records and stuff like that Joe Ram's never going to have, I think he's an omission. I think I would say respectfully, Jason Stark, you omitted Joe Ram. Lindor's case has probably fallen off in the last couple of years, but what's your name?
Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman's in the red zone, but the interesting name that I have, I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer, but it is an interesting conversation to have if you really want to take the deep dive. Evan Longoria.
Yeah, I think that's going to end up being too compile-y.
Yeah. Well, I mean, compilers have gotten in before, Jay.
For sure. There are weaker people in the Hall of Fame than Evan Longoria, and we cover that on a recurring segment that happened earlier in this podcast. But yeah, it's tough for me if you've spent like 60% of your career as basically just a guy, which I think would accurately describe Longoria, despite the first 40% looking like a Hall of Fame caliber run.
Yeah. Dallas, would you vote for Evan Longoria?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Because I think he's a quality baseball player. I think. I mean, what are his numbers?
I believe he's almost at 60 WAR for his career. Let me see.
No, Dallas was asking what his numbers against Evan Longoria is. That's how he judges Hall of Fame players.
Yeah. You're like, oh, yeah, no damage.
Yeah, if we're going to go that route, Joe, if we're going that route, this is the fucking guy who tried to fucking bunt. I was having a good day. Longoria hit in the middle of a pretty salty lineup, and he tried to bunt. So, yeah, that's why I got Longo going to Hall of Fame. I mean, if you're up there facing me and you realize that you got to bunt, you know, I probably prayed for you, and then I appreciate it. But no, seriously, you're talking about a fucking rookie of the year, Gold Glover, right? How many times has he been in the All-Star game? Fucking
he has not made an All-Star game since 2010.
That's a long time.
He was 24 years old when
resume, right?
Yeah, 3-time All-Star is on his resume. Yep,
that's shocking.
Okay. That is shocking to me. I would have guessed like 6.
I know. Well, but like, hasn't there been like the one thing with Longo? I feel like there's been just little ticky-tack injury stuff that is taken away from like full seasons, but he's still posted like. I mean, when's the last time the dude logged under 500 at bats?
Each of the last 3 seasons.
Never.
22, 2020. Also 21 and 22.
So the last 2. Okay, so yeah. For the first time in his career?
Also 2012.
Okay.
But other than those, it was 500 plus every year. Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's just been, you know, little shit. But I mean, I don't know how much I like off the top of my head. I don't remember Longo ever leading a statistical category. Like he never led the league in homers. He never, you know, he's never won a batting title.
Nope, just grounded into double play. He led the AL in double plays, grounded into in 2009. That's his black ink. It's like that's Harold Bainesian, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I think Longo is a guy who there's debates about.
I think he is kind of like a knockoff. I think his case is basically knockoff Scott Rowland. And Rowland got in.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen, there are
and that's not a bad thing. When you're a knockoff version, yeah, you're a knockoff version of a fucking Hall of Famer. I'll take that. You know what I mean? But I'm not Evan Longoria. I don't have fucking $300+ million in the bank. I don't like so. How the world views me and how the world views him, he might have different opinions about that. But if my name is in the conversation comparatively speaking, with a man who is in the Hall of Fame, I think I'd probably be able to sleep well.
Evan Longoria in his career, 4 for 18 against Dallas Braden with 3 doubles, no homers, 3 ribbies, couple walks, couple strikeouts. That's a 222 batting average and a 689 OPS.
That's not going to get you into the hall.
No, it's really
That's not going to get you to the hall, Longo. Sorry, pal. Sorry, bud.
Sorry, beat it.
No, he's
beat it.
I mean, he is like I like him for a lot of reasons, but one of the things too that, just watching this season, obviously with the Diamondbacks coming into town, like just the way he moves in the clubhouse, the way he moves on the field with the guys. Like, he knows that he's a serviceable player still. He also knows that there's a lot of benefit to him having conversations with guys on the bench. Doesn't mean he just wants to show up and be a mentor. He wants to fucking play baseball. He's a ball player, right? And at the end of your career, whether it's physically, whether it's emotionally, whatever it may be, you're just probably not as prime as you were. That's obvious. So, like, while he might be struggling, I really appreciate what he's bringing to the table in Arizona right now for a young group who could use guidance from a guy who spent fucking 14, 15 years in the big leagues, a potential future Hall of Famer.